And it usually is economics. If gas is too expensive, if this is too expensive, if parking is too expensive, you change your habits. But like, no one's going to move just because. Why'd you move? Well, there was a speed camera near my house and I kept getting trapped. But it does add to a lot of discontent with municipal officials. Like, again, I think where I live in Ajax is really well run by the municipality, but it is one of the big frustrations. They're like, you can't stop kids from firing off fireworks at each other in mall parking lots, but yet I get a $75 ticket for going 51 and a 40. I get people saying, well, you should slow down anyway. That camera's there for a reason. People will always say that, but that doesn't change. A resident's going to feel how they feel about these things.
Yeah. And I think the option of making signage bigger, maybe paint on the road, to indicate now that the cameras are permanent. Remember, originally they were being moved around from place to place.
Still are.
Yeah. So if they are a permanent camera, then put lots of markings there. Warn people that there is a speed camera in effect here. Slow down or you're going to get a ticket. And I think that's a fair option.
How many do you pass when you go home?
When I go home from here, just one, actually.
I got two that I got to be conscious of.
And this one's a new one. So I have to learn and it's on a downhill too. So I'm like, oh boys, really? Yeah. But, touch wood.
Well, they could just take one of those old style 70s, 80s cop cars and put like a mannequin in it. I've seen that happen in the States. But they don't generate any revenue. It's just like, oh my God, it's a Crown Victoria, but there's like a skeleton in there. A
mannequin holding a blow dryer.
It's like, well, and a skeleton doesn't need a blow dryer.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Yeah.
One of those things.
Remember those commercials that would pop up on your TV when you're trying to watch American Idol on Fox at the beginning of the year? Ones that promoted Ontario, and they were aimed at the American audience.
You can rely on Ontario for energy to power your growing economy and for the critical minerals crucial to new technologies. Ontario is your third largest trading partner and the #1 export destination for 17 states. Our long-standing economic partnership keeps millions of Americans working. In a changing world, it's time to bring jobs back home and build together.
They were slick commercials, but
I'm charged up.
Yeah, totally. You want to get on board. But there were also signs up like places like Washington's airport reminding people in the U.S. Capitol that Ontario helps keep millions of American workers employed. A Super Bowl commercial, one of them. And not surprisingly, it didn't come cheap. New information dug up by Global News shows the budget for that ad campaign was a staggering $52 million. Between mid-December and mid-February, the provincial government did shell out roughly $38 million of that money to buy ad space. The vast majority of it went to TV commercials on Fox News. The province said the campaign, though, made 1.9 billion impressions, reached more than 100 million people in the U.S.
That's something. Can I, do you have a minute?
Yeah.
You got time?
Of course I do.
Do we have time? Okay. Is Ben already, what time is it? Have you seen this story about alligator Alcatraz?
I haven't, no.
Okay, let me give it to you. So Florida officials, this would only happen in Florida, maybe, are building a massive detention facility for illegal immigrants. And they're dubbing it Alligator Alcatraz because they are putting it in a swampy location west of Miami, about 55 miles near the Big Cypress National Preserve. They were going to build an airport there. That didn't end up happening. But the Florida Attorney General, who would work for Governor Ron DeSantis, announced plans for this project last week for immigration policy. He goes, I call this Alligator Alcatraz, making reference to the San Francisco prison island. Mm-hmm. The 30 square mile area is completely surrounded by the Everglades. It presents an efficient, low-cost opportunity. You don't need to invest that much in the perimeter. If people get out, there's not much waiting for them other than alligators and pythons.
Well, yeah, you could call it a python penitentiary.
Let's go. Like, this is a reality show that I need to see it. I wanted, or a show. I feel like there was a show called Prison Break on Fox right after 24, and I never gave it enough time as I should.
Oh, it's good. You should.
I know.
Yeah, totally.
But I'd watch a show. You got me already with Alligator Alcatraz. Those two words attract me when you put them together, like peanut butter and chocolate.
I just want to see somebody try to break out of there and, like, jump across the alligators like James Bond did.
And you know about this python stuff, right? People have let pet pythons out down in Florida. So
they're cute.
The last time we were in Florida with our family, I was telling, like, I shouldn't have done this on the flight. I'm like, you guys know there's pythons everywhere. I would have liked hearing that when I was 10 years old. If you're going to go, that's not how I I keep hearing they're afraid. Right? I'll have to believe that to say it. They're not preventing anything. More shutouts. And I can hear it actually in a promo. If you rent, are you be? That's a way. Let's check your drive right now. 640 Toronto, Big Trouble Drive.
Big Trouble spot on the westbound Gardner. Slowly just after Jameson with the construction. Jameson wanted to produce. That's the Big Trouble spots right now.
23 now. Good tenants. So the couple wanted him to be able to stay, but they needed to sell their place to fund their retirement living. So pretty stressful. Then they called Frank Leo and Associates, and it's like a refreshing drink. Their stress dissipated. One of the top RE/MAX teams worldwide. They felt comfortable. The right offer. In fact, for $155K over the asking price. And the buyer even agreed to keep the tenant in the home. So Harold and Jane had some leverage. They were delighted. You want to get your property sold with confidence and have it go the way you hope it will? Call my friends at Frank Leo and Associates, 416-917-5466. That's 416-917-LINE. Or go to getleo.com and start packing with confidence.
Life's noisy enough. Everything demands